Hi, I'm Zalata Radic, partner at Radic & Associates. We handle a large variety of personal injury cases in the state of New Jersey. Most of the time, my new clients, when they come to my office for their free consultations, usually have three of the same questions. How long will this process take? What kind of recovery am I looking at? And what are your fees? And I'd like to address those particular questions in that order. The duration of time by which your claim can be resolved will ultimately depend on the extent of your injuries and the length of your treatment. Once you're done treating with your particular doctors, at that moment in time, the settlement negotiations will begin. And at that point, the attorney will know whether or not the particular claim can be settled or whether or not we have to engage in litigation. The second question that my clients always have is, what kind of recovery am I looking at? How much money do you think that my case is worth? And ultimately, again, it will depend on a multiple number of things. The extent of your injuries, the length of your treatment, what kind of treatment you've obtained, whether or not you've had any prior accidents or prior injuries to those particular body parts, your age, whether or not you've lost any income as a result of those particular injuries, and more importantly, what kind of policy limits the person who's at fault maintains. Without evaluating all of those factors, an experienced attorney couldn't possibly know the value of the case without having all of that detailed information in order to assess the potential value. I caution you to seek the advice of a competent and knowledgeable attorney in order to be able to answer any of your questions when it comes to the potential value of your case. The last question that my new clients always ask me is, what are the attorney's fees and how much will it cost? And ultimately, my fees are contingent on me obtaining you some recovery for your injuries. If I'm unable to obtain your recovery, you owe no attorney's fees. If I am able to obtain your form of recovery, my fee is contingent on that, and it's a small percentage of that recovery at the conclusion of your case.